Hey guys, it's Vera from Taco Logic, and I did a part 1 on the first half of the episode of episode 12 of Boku Dake ga Inai Machi / The Race. So if you haven't watched that, please go watch it. I recommend that you go watch it because I'm doing an in-depth analysis on this episode. So please go watch that. If you already watched episode 1 and you decided to come for episode 2, because again, I have a time limit since I had a copyright strike for Dagachi Kashi, like a whole bunch of other YouTubers. This is for the second half of the episode, after all the events are over and they basically move on with his life. And again, I forgot to say this, but there are spoilers. So thank you. Okay, so after the whole situation with Yoshiro is over, he goes to jail. Yes, he goes to jail. He gets caught. He doesn't really get killed. He doesn't kill himself. And Satoru and the gang moves on. And it goes through this whole, like, scene by scene, moment by moment, moment by moment, like, scenes where some intense background music, insert song was there. Good ass insert song during this episode. On point. Like, I'm really going to go find this OST, this insert song, and add it to my playlist after this review because that was a beautiful insert song. I loved it. And he goes about his life. And he says one thing during the moment. He was talking about his friends and how his friends is always there for him when they need it. They was there for him when he needed them. But he said one thing that you wouldn't know unless you search this up like I did. You will not have known. So we know that the title of Boku Dake ga Inai Machi is Boku Dake ga Inai Machi. And the English title, as you can say, is Erased. But what most people don't know, unless they searched it up like I did, is that Boku Dake ga Inai Machi obviously doesn't translate to erased. It translates to a town without only me. So that's basically saying he was erased from this town. So he says that sort of thing. He was like, there's a town without only me. Within these 15 years, all his friends that he saved, Hiromi, Kayo, all the others, everybody that he saved grew up. They grew up, they lived wonderful lives, they went back on. He saved them. He saved Kayo. He saved them from dying from Yoshiro. And only him was affected. Only he was affected. They lived in the town. They grew up in the town without only him. He was the only one within these events, within this whole conflict, that basically he grew up, but he was the only person not really in the activities, and he doesn't mind that. So Yoshiro does become a manga artist, a professional manga artist at that, because you see this one guy who was like kissing up to him. He was like, yes sir, yes, here, I'll open the door for you. He's like, good work, hope you have fun on your business trip. So you know that he's a successful manga artist. And we also know that he got greenlit for an anime. One of his mangas is becoming anime, so I was like, Yoshiro, this coma, I'm sorry, I said comma. Fuck is wrong with me? Let me shoot myself. Like, this coma didn't affect him it affected him, but like, he was able to move on with his life. He was able to move on, to keep going. And he became a manga artist. I was like, I really do want to see, his anime and his manga, but we know, obviously we're not going to see that. We have a race, that's all we really need. And he's going to say like, yeah, I was a hero. He was a hero in this whole conflict, this whole situation. He was a hero. He wanted to be a hero. He became a hero. He saved people and sacrificed his own self. Everybody grew up. He was a hero. And I'm about to end this review, but one last thing I want to say is that at the end of it, Satoru was under the bridge. You know, inside the theme song when he's like going mentally crazy on the bridge, and we see Irie. And Irie was like hiding underneath the bridge with him right before he had his final revival. We see this. He's underneath the bridge. And he's thinking, he's reading, he's thinking. He look up in the sky. It's snowing really hard. They say like the snow is snow this hard in 10 years. And in the distance, we see somebody take the picture. And he like this the whole time. He's like this, surveying the scene. Maybe he's getting ideas for his next manga, get ideas for some panels in the manga, inspiration to his hometown. And we see Irie. Irie pops up. Now mind you, he doesn't know Irie personally because he haven't worked at the pizza store. We do get a glimpse of the pizza store manager, but he doesn't know Irie. Irie doesn't know him because he didn't have a chance to work with Irie in the future that, well, the present like state that he's in. He didn't have a chance to work with Irie, but Irie pops up and comes, and he's like, well, Kai like escape on the snow with you, and this, I know that this is fate. This was fate. It was fated for them to meet, and he was like, I never stopped believing. And then episode went off, and I was like, ah, Boku Dake, Boku Dake, Boku fucking Dake. Did me dirty. You did me dirty. You gonna end it off like that? I mean, yes, I am satisfied with this episode. Very closing episode was awesome. But then you just have Irie right there. My girl Irie. Yes, I love Kaio, but I love Irie also. So was that a hint of the future ship of Irie and Kaio? Was that a hint? Because I'm pretty sure Irie is still a teenager. I'm pretty sure she's still a teenager, and Sotaro is an adult now, but like, maybe some things will happen in the future? Maybe. So I do recommend this anime to everybody. And yes, it is the hype of the season. One Punch Man was the comedic hype of last year. Comedic hype, superpower hype, satirical hype, mocking hype, awesome hype. But Boku Dake is on another level of hype, psychologically. And I'm glad that this series gets the respect that it deserves, because it's just that good. Now I'm gonna try to go out and get the manga for Boku Dake and get DVD sales, because I love the series that much. Like I said, it's in my top 20 now. Last videos I made, I said it wasn't in my top 20, but now it's in my top 20. Guys, that's been very from Otaku Logic. Watch Boku Dake. If you haven't, while you're watching this review, go watch it, because Boku Dake was just that awesome. See you next time.